Hi guys, and welcome back to Unapologetic episode 2.
If you're new here, thanks so much for tuning into the show. And if you're coming from our last episode, welcome back.
Excited to have you here.
I know.
Actually, we've been loving it, I think.
I know. It has just been getting more fun and more fun and more fun. And like the more feedback we're getting from you guys has just like made us so much more excited, I feel like.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Okay, wait, we have to start out with the 2 truths and a lie thing, right?
So if you guys watched our episode 1, we had a segment where we did 2 truths and a lie with each other. And then we did 2 truths and a lie around for you guys to guess what the lie is. So we'll go ahead and give the answers. Did you see some of the comments that people left?
Yeah.
I'm like, some of you, how do you guys know? I don't get how they know
I know.
me.
I think one person, I don't remember who got mine right though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Okay. So my lie was I was an extra in a movie.
Wait, first, what was your other options?
It was I've broken my arm 3 times, which I have. I've broken my arm 3 times.
That's insane.
I know.
I'm like, so you broke your toe, what, you said twice?
No, I've broken my toe 1 time.
Oh.
I've broken my arms total, like, one arm was 3 times, the other arm was once. So
how?
Total.
Like, what are you doing?
It was like, so I was younger, but one of the times it was a soft cast from like doing a flip or something, like gymnastics or something. And then the second time was soccer. And my dad actually cut that cast off so I could play in the playoffs. He cut it off himself. Yeah, he came. Yeah,
he said, you're gonna play this game.
Yes,
oh
yes, crazy. And then the third time was the worst time, which is why I have scars, which is from the bone and all of that mess. That was playing tag, literally. What? You know that story, right?
What? No.
I was playing tag on Easter in like 5th grade, and I tripped, and I went to catch my fall, and my arm just snapped in half.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I had to have like metal rods. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm assuming that was like the worst time.
Yeah, that was the worst time. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
And then so that one. What was my other lie? I've met Drake from Drake and Josh. I have met him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know you've done that. Okay. So my 3 was that I'm allergic to blueberries. I've been on TV before and I've met Zendaya, and I swear everybody in the comments guessed it right. I am not allergic to blueberries. That's so, I guess maybe because it's so specific, but like, I don't know. So is meeting Zendaya and stuff. Yeah. But I actually I don't love blueberries themselves, but I love blueberry flavored things. So
you don't like actual blueberries?
They're okay. Like sometimes they're a little too sour. Yeah. But they are good. You
have to know how to pick them.
Blueberry muffin. All day. But I have met Zendaya. I met Zendaya during like a movie premiere that I happened to be in California at the Universal City Walk, and she was there, and I got to meet. She was in her Rocky era from Shake It Up. Yeah. And I actually met Bella Thorne at the same time. They were together. So
That's so cool.
It was really cool. And then I also, what was my other one?
No, you said it. The blueberry.
Oh, I've been on TV before. Okay, so this is what's funny.
Wait, that was in the One for the People?
Yeah.
The One for the People. I mean, like for
the listeners. Yeah. Yes, that was in the One for Them. I have been on TV before, technically. So a while ago, my dad had won like tickets for us to go on watch the Wheel of Fortune show live. And if you watch the Wheel of Fortune, you know that like when it cuts to the commercial scene, it usually like shows the crowd of everyone being like, yay! Yeah, that counts, right? Technically counts.
No, it counts. You're on national television.
Right. So my lie was the blueberries. You guys did good. If you have any other ideas, any games like that you want us to play on our next episodes, leave it down in the comments. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get straight into the topics of this episode, which
That's some juicy ones.
I know. I'm so excited. I feel like some of them can be super controversial. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
is corn cheating?
You want to hear my answer?
Yes, okay. Tell me.
Okay, so I don't care what anybody says, and people can call it insecure, whatever you want to say. I don't want my significant other watching or seeing another woman's cooter. No, are you for real? No, I don't care. Like, and honestly, I think I was gonna pull it up. I should have pulled it up before we started filming. I literally think there's a scientific study that shows how bad corn is for the brain.
It is. And I think it's for both, I'm sure, but I think it's specifically in men too. Yes. Like it like rots their brain.
Yes. Yes. So not only that, right? So no, I don't want, and like I said, I don't care. You can call it insecure. Bro.
You can have a ball with
I know that's gonna be what he calls the whole episode. No, but You can call it insecure all you want. No, I don't want my man and especially, I mean, it's different, right? Some couples have their own freakiness going on. They watch it together, right? And I'm not opposed to that, right? Because that's fine. But I don't feel like your man, I don't know. I'll be damned if I look over and he's watching. No. Are you kidding me?
I feel the exact same way. I feel like, and this is what I feel like is worst about it, is like, okay, when men or whoever, I guess, right, in the relationship is watching porn, when are they doing it? Usually when their significant other isn't around.
Yes, they're in the bathroom.
Home. Yeah, in the back. Like, how do you look with a device playing some porn in the back? Like, you literally have a significant other. I just don't get it. Because then it makes me feel like, okay, if you feel the need to watch that over doing something with your significant other, then you don't like your significant other.
Exactly.
You're not attracted to your significant other.
And I think, so no, first of all, I don't think us not being okay with our significant others watching porn, I don't think that's insecure at all. But it's like also, as couples, I feel like, a lot of couples make their own movies. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Watch your own. What are you doing? Like, I don't care. I don't want my man watching another woman. No.
That's crazy to me. And I feel like that also relates to like the girls. There's some girls that I know that have caught charges, like looking at the charges on credit cards and stuff that their man has subscribed to.
See, that is that's like a different topic, not even a different topic, but it's like, now if you especially, that I think is
even worse,
cheating for sure. Like, not even you're paying to see somebody else,
which is horrible, right? Because we don't want you watching porn either. But it's free, at least you're spending money.
Bro, that I will never. No, seriously. Like, but you know what? No, I don't. The pain on only, no, that's terrible.
I just don't understand it. If somebody, I don't think I'd still accept it, but if somebody could at least explain to me why they feel the need to do it over having time with their significant other, I'm all ears. I'm really curious.
No, I want to know why there's so many girls, which, believe me, I've been in the position, but they're like, they want to be the nonchalant chill girl so bad, and they're like, yeah, of course I'm gonna let my man. Why?
I don't care.
Yeah, no, what? But that being the cool nonchalant girl gets you nowhere but disrespected.
I'm like, so you don't like him either,
right?
You guys don't like each other.
No, eventually, no, people, I feel like women who are actually like chill and nonchalant eventually, I don't know, end up
I feel like they're lying.
Yeah.
I feel like they're lying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a persona that they want to be this chill. Because I've been there, right?
Like
with certain men in the past, I've tried to be like the chill girl, and I'm telling you, being that chill girl gets you nowhere but disrespected. Like, they don't respect you. So what are you doing?
I feel like at the end of the day, a real man does not want his girl to be participating in anything like that either.
Right.
I don't know. To me, there's just no way that a woman that is actually in love with their man, or a man that's actually in love with their woman, is ever going to be like 100% chill and okay with them participating in stuff with, I don't know. I can't seem to believe it.
I agree. And it's like, that being the cool girl goes along with the topic of those girls that are like, oh, like, look at her, like, to their mans, right? Like, look at her, she's bad, and try to be like, no, honey, what are you doing?
Why?
Right. You want to be no. And first of all, you know what? Actually, a friend just came into town from Houston, and I was talking about this exact topic, and I was like, yeah, no, I used to be the chill girl, and I was like, oh yeah, like, look at her, she's bad, da 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 da. But no, first of all, if a man can't keep his eyes to himself, right? Not even that, right? But in general, say we're out in public and a man can't keep his eyes to himself, that's just, to me, goodbye. Stay far away from me. Yeah. Because it's not hard at all to not look at other women. And I feel like, again, that's no self-control. That's the same, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's a man that's constantly craving that lust or whatever it is. And I think that's so sad. Like, no.
And I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, as you start to allow your partner to do stuff like that, because I feel like the main excuse that I always hear from girls that are like the nonchalant girlfriend, they're like, well, they're going to do it anyway, so I might as well, like, participate in it. No. Once you start allowing behavior like that, what's next to come?
Exactly.
Because once they, do that next thing, they're going to be like, but I thought you were cool. I thought you were down.
No, that you need to set boundaries. There's nothing wrong. Having boundaries isn't being insecure. Boundaries isn't insecurity. Not wanting your man to look at other women is not insecure. It's respect. It's a boundary that needs to be set. Do you know what I'm saying? And the friend that came in town from Houston, actually, he was like, oh, well, honey, that's going to happen. It's Texas and everybody's looking at everything in Texas. I'm like, then do not talk to me.
I'm like, then that's fine.
Right, that's
like,
you and not me. You will
Yeah.
not be looking at someone else if you're mine. That's for sure.
Like, I don't know, guys. Your guys' relationship is your guys' relationship, but
Yeah.
over here, corn is cheating.
But no, yeah. But before we drift off from that topic, I want to ask you really quickly, because we got on the topic of OnlyFans, OF. We can say OnlyFans, right?
I don't know if we can. I was thinking about that.
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
might have to bleep
we might
that.
have to say OF.
Okay, we might have to say OF,
Yeah.
and you might have to bleep that, producer. Okay. So we'll say OF.
Yeah.
But on the topic, since we mentioned OF, is what I want to know. I guess this is a question for guys, though. Would you be okay with your girl doing OF? Because there's so many girls that do it, and I just feel like that's basically the same thing as like selling your body.
It is, right? I mean, let's call it what it is. And that's not to shame, know, workers.
Hey,
that
if that's how
participate
you
in
make
that
your
area,
money.
right?
But I want to know, like, men, like, you would have a girlfriend that does it. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Because for me.
And why or why not?
Yeah, I would think no, because why would you want the whole world seeing something that's supposed to be yours?
Right. And I guess like the argument for that is like people will say, oh, well, it's just a picture or it's just a video. They're not actually having to physically or get to physically be with you. But I don't know. That's definitely, I also kind of feel like that goes in the same topic where it's like you're starting to allow these little things little by little. That's just like supposed to be a little, haha at first. But I think that's a dangerous territory because it can very quickly start to turn into something deeper.
Much worse. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, girl and guy best friends. I feel like this is such a good controversial topic because I see it's really 50-50 out there.
Yeah.
Can your significant other have a girl best friend, or can your significant other have a guy best friend in a relationship?
I want to hear your answer first.
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. My boyfriend that I'm currently with does have a girl best friend currently.
Wait, how did I not know that?
I'm like, it's me.
Oh. I'm like, wait. I'm like, hold on.
No,
the house is about to come crashing down. Get out. I'm just kidding.
You're fired. No. Okay, because when I think of best friend, right, I'm thinking of that's somebody you tell your good news to, tell your bad news, do everything with, want to spend, I mean, if it's not every second of the day, a majority of your time in your life with, experience things with. Why on earth would I be okay with my significant other having somebody else on the side that they share, that time with me with?
No, I think you should be. The significant other should be the best friend.
It should. Yeah. It should. I don't understand why anybody would need any more than that. And like, okay, the other thing too is like, I know that there's girls out there that are like, oh, like, my significant other, my man better be rude to the girls that he, encounters in public or whatever. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like he needs to be rude to every single, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like where you're not respectful to random girls that you encounter in public. But as far as a best friend,
yeah, no,
I think that's insane.
I agree. Yeah, my answer is the same. I don't think that my boyfriend should have a no.
I'm like, it's us.
And then, and there's an argument a lot of girls will say where they're basically saying, oh, well, if she was there before me. And like, I hear you, I do. But that girl at the same time should understand that at this point, this guy has a girlfriend. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you got to step back regardless. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying... It depends, too, on the relationship that was, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to being friends, I guess if she was in the picture beforehand, I don't want to say I understand because...
I know, right? I'm like, no.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a little bit different if that person has a significant other. Like, I feel like it's different if... I don't know.
I almost feel like, okay, say your boyfriend has, like... a girl best friend, right? Okay. Prior to your guys' relationship. I almost feel like as a best friend, if I was somebody's best friend that was a guy and all of a sudden he had a girlfriend, obviously that's my best friend for a reason, right? I love my best friend. I want my best friend to be happy. If this is the girl that makes him happy, why would I do anything to make her feel like I'm going to jeopardize that relationship? You know what I'm saying?
So you kind of take a step back of yourself as the best friend.
She's taking that place now. Yeah. And that's fine because I don't like you like that because we're supposed to be best friends.
That's a really good answer.
You know?
I like that answer. And I guess that kind of answers, well, she was there before me. That's a really good answer, you know? Mm-hmm. Because like you said, that should be, your best friend should be your significant other. I don't think it should be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's different if you guys have friends together.
Right.
If it's both of your friends, I think that's way different. You know what I'm saying? But it should never
just a one-sided thing. I've seen a situation too, like on TikTok, and I want to know what you would do in this situation where the guy had a girl best friend prior to getting into a relationship with his girlfriend, and they were all three going out somewhere. Well, actually, the girlfriend had no idea the best friend was coming. Right? She's thinking like,
first of all,
already a red flag. She's like, I'm getting ready, you know, to go out with my man on this.
But but in the situation, she knows about.
She does know about the best friend. She's not happy about it, but it's also she's in a situation where she feels the same. Where it's like, I guess he already had that best friendship with her, you know, prior to our relationship, so she didn't feel like she could say anything, but. She comes outside the house and she heads towards the car, and the girl best friend's in the front seat.
Wait, and her man's in the front seat?
Yes.
Wait. So
man is driving.
So he went to pick her up. They don't like live together?
No. He went to pick her up.
Oh no, I would have lost my mind.
I would have lost it.
I would have been like, get out the. No, I don't know what I would have done, but. Are you crazy? Are you okay?
And it was a very much like, not like, oh my God, like, let me get out. Which, first of all, you shouldn't have been in the seat to begin
at all,
with.
Right?
But it was very like, get in the back. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's what
honey.
I'm saying. How can you guys hear a situation like this and still sit there and argue like, no, girl, guy, best friend for life? No.
No, I don't get. No, honey. There's just no way.
That makes my blood boil thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
But you know what? Staying on this topic, kind of, but just I feel like it relates in the same category. Is what about your significant other following, like females on Instagram?
That is a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm like, we're really getting into the controversy this episode. I feel like, okay, the obvious answer is I wouldn't prefer it, right? I don't know. It's very situational, I feel like. Like, what are we talking? Like, are we just talking random girl that neither of us know and he just wanted to follow?
I think random girl is crazy. I think the only excuse is if I also know the person.
Yes, that's what I mean, right? Like,
if I don't know this person, if I haven't met the person, even if I know of them, maybe it was a friend from your past. If I haven't met them, I'm not okay with that. Yeah, I'm just not, because I
feel like the only thing I would be okay with too is like if I go on Instagram and click on her and I see that him and like his mom and his sister and his brother is all following them, I'm like, okay, like that makes me feel a little bit better. That's like within the family realm.
But who is that one? Why is that?
I know that's still kind of sketch, but I don't know. I feel like I have a little bit more trust in that, whereas like if I click on her and she's just like, you're in every single photo, like, and nobody.
Yeah. What? And that's not insecurity either. First of all, that's again a boundary. Yeah. And I don't want my man following a random woman on. No.
Yeah.
If I don't know her, if I don't know of her, if I haven't met her, no, you're not following her.
That was actually something else I seen on TikTok too, where it was like, babe, why are you following this girl that has like 50,000 followers and only follows 50 back, and you're one of them?
Yeah.
Sketch.
Oh, that's
immediately
insane.
sketch.
No,
immediately red flag.
And don't even
throw them out.
A topic that we don't even have to speak on is liking the photos. Yeah, no, you're done. That's not even. That shouldn't even be a controversial. That's not controversial, right? Because your man shouldn't be liking women's. No, yeah, that's just like
common sense, right? I hope.
It's not, unfortunately, but it needs to be common sense.
It does.
So yeah, no. Okay, next topic. And first of all, I just want to say, if you guys feel that someone is putting you down for having these certain boundaries, just leave that person. That person's not for you,
right?
Because they should be okay with your boundaries, and they should respect you. Yes. I just want to say that. Okay, next topic is, would you date a friend's ex?
Oh my goodness. This is the topic I am ready for, right? I'm like, straight up answer, no.
Right.
Immediately no.
Yeah, no. I feel like, again, there's so many nonchalant type of women that are like, why would I don't care. I don't care. It would have to be literally someone from like I was 14 years old. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And just don't care.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying?
it's definitely situational too.
Yes, but that's like the only situation other than, because no, why would shouldn't even be a thought that comes across your head.
I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I would date a friend's ex.
You would?
I just wanted you guys to like hear how crazy that fucking sounds.
I'm like, you would?
You're like, wait, I'm leaving? No, what?
No,
I'm like, are you guys insane?
No.
Here's the thing, okay? I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I have exes in this world, no disrespect, that I could give a damn if any of my bestest sister, cousin, doesn't matter, dated.
Yes.
I don't care, right?
Yes.
So I feel like that's an exception.
That's the situation,
because
right?
It's like, you have those exes that are, you don't even count at this point.
Yes.
That it's like, I don't care if you date. If any of my friends, even if they just know me, even if we've talked once, so we're not like that great of friends, dated my boyfriend now, I would
no,
never.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't exist to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That should be common sense, right? If it's obviously, and that's I feel like the only situation I can think of, if it's just someone that you don't care about, someone that's just away from the past, right? But if it's someone that you have this deep history with, it's been years and years and years, why would you think of dating that I don't care if it's an acquaintance even at that, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's just not right to me
at all.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though. What if, so I read a little bit on this topic from other people and like, their opinions, and somebody said, what if I liked him first and then told her, but then they got together? So basically, what if I was like, Alyssa, I really like this guy, like I'm really into him, I have the biggest crush on him, and then you went and dated him, and then you guys broke up, and I was like, now it's my turn.
Oh, and you dated him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, one, I think the first one was wrong in the first place,
right? Like,
because she likes
sick.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, the only reason, actually no, I have a story time on this topic, because the only reason that I think that would be acceptable is if it was some random guy, which is, I'm going to tell this story in a second. If it was like a random, we're in public and you're like, oh, he's cute, we walk up to him and he decides to talk to me, then I think it's just like, oh, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't know this guy,
right? And
he's talking to who he wants to talk to.
Yeah. Because
I actually have a story time where one of my ex best friends, right, which she was a really good friend, it was a situation to where almost a falling out situation. We were at the club and we were at oh, you remember Jewel? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So you know how they have the top balcony sections? Yeah. Okay. We were at the top balcony sections and I wasn't at the ledge at the same time she was, but she came and got me and she was saying, oh, this guy is telling me to come down to his section. Like, let's go. Obviously, we're best friends, so I'm going to go with her.
Right.
And so I go with her and we sit in the section and I sit next to nobody's sitting where I'm sitting, right? I just sit in the section and she sits next to me on my left. Well, this guy comes and sits next to me on my right and she whispers and she's like, oh, that's the guy, switch me. I'm like, okay, because I don't care, right? I don't even know what
down for her.
I'm like, I don't care. I get up to move to switch her and the guy is like, don't, like, he pulls me and he's like, don't switch. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't want to switch. And she's like, okay, then we're leaving. I'm like, okay. So we leave. But I'm just like, because again, I don't know what the guy looks like. I could care less. Okay. But for example, say that was somebody that I was interested in or whatever the case. I literally asked her, I was like, wait, I had to stop and ask her. I was like, was that somebody that you knew? Was that somebody that you had a pass with? Because I'm just confused on why the situation was so big as to why we had to leave. Like, you got so offended. Like, I'm just not understanding.
Yeah.
And she was like, why would you think that's okay that he called me down there? Da 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 da. I'm like, well, I understand that, but when we got there, and like I said, I don't even remember what the guy looked like. I could have cared less. I guess for me, it was just the principle, because I'm like, we didn't know the guy, and to me, that's almost as if he's, what's the word? Like, he's choosing. He's choosing who he wants to talk to. We both don't know him.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand. And she actually ended up apologizing, but it was just absurd to me that she got so mad in the situation over somebody that we don't know.
I'm like, it sounds like from the beginning he might have been calling you down.
No, I'm telling you, I didn't even see the man. That's why, and like I said, I could have cared less. I really don't even remember.
It wasn't about that.
Yes, it was the principle, because I was like, damn, what if that was like my future husband? And she's like, get up, let's go, let's leave. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what is
You're
happening?
like, wait. Yeah, see, I feel like that's where it's tough too, because it's like, like you said, you don't know him. So it's like,
Yes.
I mean, what was she going to do? Make him be like, no, you want me
Yeah,
instead?
yeah.
Like, you need to talk to me?
Yeah,
Like, I
that's
don't get
where,
that.
see, that's the exception to where it's someone you random, but in the situation to where, you know, there's been this guy and you or me is like, oh, we like him so much, da 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 da, and then you go and date him?
No, that's sick.
No.
That's
Are you
sick.
like,
And then, like, you expect your friend that clearly liked him first to be, like, supportive of that
No.
relationship now? Like, girl.
yeah, no.
I wanted to be in that
Right,
relationship
right.
and you're just flaunting it. That's not a true friend at all. That's not a true friend
No,
at all.
not at all. I disagree with that completely, you know. Unless obviously there was a conversation to be had, but obviously there probably wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that friend just did what she wanted, and that's like insane. That, I don't know.
Okay. I have another one regarding this situation that said, so when her and him dated,
Okay, this is a new situation.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two people dating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This friend became friends with that girl's boyfriend, right?
Her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, weird. Why are you befriending my boyfriend?
Right. But I'm thinking of it as like
They're
this
all
situation,
friends,
right? Yeah.
But that's yeah. But that sounds like she's like, hey, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are
No,
you,
like
you know
she's
what I'm
trying to
saying?
like kind of be friends on the side
Yeah,
type thing. But imagine it was like this situation,
Okay.
like us three.
Okay.
But then she goes, then me and my best friend weren't best friends anymore. So
they just had a falling out on their own.
Yeah, we're not best friends anymore.
Okay.
We end up breaking up. Then you start
No.
dating. I'm like,
No.
I'm like, the way that you started this with, okay, I have a reason. Girl. That's
This
still
is like
not
the
a
girl that was
reason.
dating the man at this point.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That is
But she started her
insanity.
story off like, wait, no, guys. I swear. Like, this is why. That's worse.
Yeah,
That's worse.
because that to me is like the whole time you weren't. So the whole time you were attracted.
You were
to
plotting
my
and
boyfriend.
scheming. You were plotting
That's
and scheming.
weird.
Yeah.
Why would you even find him? Why were you looking at him in that way to me?
Right. And that's what's sick, right? Is like, actually, it's so funny you say that because as I was looking into this topic, I was scrolling on TikTok and I don't know if I'll have to link it down below. I'm going to have to show you because there was this girl that made this poem. It was the most dramatic animated thing I've ever seen. And she's on TikTok and she's reading it like so passionately, but so sad and heartbroken. And basically it's a poem about like, I think the title of it was like, to the man that I'm never allowed to date or never allowed to like or something. And she's going on bar for bar, like talking about how she's in love with this man and she's so heartbroken that they'll never get to like, you know, have their destiny and being together because they just can't be because she's like, I love you, but I love my best friend more. I'm like, you do not love your best friend. What?
If that's, it can't be. Why? I don't understand what's with these thoughts.
And then, you know what the craziest part about it was? The amount of comments on this TikTok
that were on her
like,
side?
No, that were like, oh, wish I could repost this, but then she'd know. So I'm like,
oh, no.
There's a lot of people out there, you know, thinking they're bestie with the resties. And the whole time she's loving on your man in
that's why I have no friends
in secrecy.
You. No, yeah, that's why you can't trust not a soul. And you know what? I actually have another story pertaining to that because that's insane.
Sick work.
But I know one of my good friends, Kay, she had this. Now she wasn't official with this guy, but it shouldn't matter. She wasn't official with this guy, but everyone knew about them for years and years and years. And she was living with her best friend. It was her and her best friend as roommates. And as I said, everyone knew they were a thing. Everyone knew what they had. They just weren't official, whatever. And this one night, he had said, hey, I'm going to go out to the bar. Are you going to come? And she was like, no, I work in the morning. But her roommate went because they're friends. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole big friend group.
Right.
And so they all went together. And he came home around, and he was living with her. Them, I guess you could say. So he came home around 3 a.m, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and I believe he got into bed. Well, she woke up around 5. I don't know if it was 5, but she woke up a few hours later. She just woke up, right? And he wasn't next to her. So she went to look for him. Long story short, he was in the best friend's room, getting it on. And that's
diabolical.
Not even, no, that's insane, right? Which that's not even the point to the story. The point of the story is some of her friends made her feel so bad for basically wanting nothing to do with anybody that stayed that girl's friend. She was just like, hey, if you guys are gonna stay her friend, I'd just rather not be around. I don't want to, like, you know, be around her, see her.
Why would you?
Exactly. And they made her feel, basically called her weird for feeling that way. And even one of the girls was like, well, if that was my best friend, I would forgive her. And I think that's absurd, because no, you wouldn't. If that was you in the situation, I don't care what you say, you would not forgive that girl, because that's, one, not your true friend, and two, I don't know how you could ever trust somebody ever again after that happening to you. And I just don't understand, I guess, a lot of women's mindsets in today's society with being forgiving and thinking that's forgivable. That doesn't make sense to me.
No, that is a diabolical story, a diabolical take from those friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, so not only was that best friend not your friend, but none of those people were your friend. Mm-mm. Because I'm like, I was just going to say too, I already know all of you out there are going to, or some of you out there are going to have the excuse, right? Oh, they weren't official. They weren't.
No.
That is your best friend.
Right.
Even if that was, again, like just, you know, friend, your friend, a friend level, where it's not, you know, best friend, sister level, but it was, so that makes it worse.
Right.
Even if it was just that, like, you know, the feelings that friend has, like, what? Right. How could you do that? I just don't understand how people
do that,
have no remorse for some of the things that they do. It's
I don't understand. Disgusting. And she actually reacted so well, because I don't honestly know what I would have done, but she
would have went to prison.
Right. She contained herself so well, and I'm so proud of her, and she deserves the world. So I just can't, I just don't know what's wrong with people, and I don't know why these friends made her feel so bad for feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just, it makes me aggravated.
Okay, I have one more thing with that topic though.
Okay.
So the whole time, right, we are talking about, we're asking ourselves, would we date a friend's ex? You know, when is it okay? Is it situational? But now my next question to you is, how about an ex's friend? So would you date your ex's friend?
I guess it depends on, and I hate to even say depends, but like, are they friends? Like, are they like...
Also situational, right? I feel like it's also a situational topic. Like,
because I've met a guy who I just didn't like as much as I thought, and then I liked his friend way more,
right?
And that was just, but it was never like that with the first friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, I knew I didn't like
both
the friend.
situations though, right? Like, okay, how about in a situation
but I wasn't dating the first guy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was just like
talking.
Yeah, I talked to him, but I was like, it wasn't even, I don't even think it got to that point. I was just like, oh, I don't really like you, like, for real,
right?
You know, but I really got along with his friend.
And did he mind? Like, was he like,
no,
okay,
he claimed he didn't care, but he got mad. Like, he was so mad. But I'm like, what? You didn't like me either.
Right,
like, you
know
what I'm saying? It was
they
just
always
like
you when it's too late.
Bro,
like, they don't want anyone else to have
I was
you.
like, are you good?
I feel like, okay, if it's a situation where it's like they're friends, like they're actually friends, right? They're good friends. Because I feel like there's been actually in the relationship that I'm currently in, his friend I was dating first, and then that relationship did not work out, and I started dating his friend, and I'm like, what's the harm? Because I felt like they were friends, but they weren't locked in best friends. See, but I'm like, are we being like hypocritical though?
No, because
we're like, it doesn't matter. We're like, it doesn't matter if, but then like, that's for the man to decide in that situation, right?
Yes.
We're talking about in our personal situation, if we
From
would
the
be
woman's
okay
side.
with our friends, you know, dating our exes. That's up for the man to decide. In my situation, the man did not care, and that is why I'm with the man that I'm with.
And look at where you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I think, I don't know. That's why I said, I think that, I don't know, if you like the guy more, then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it's up to the man to decide. I don't see anything wrong with it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like too though, like, but if it is a situation which was different, like the one that I was in where like the two guys are friends, I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable enough continuing to try to date or try to talk to or be with that friend, my ex's friend, until my ex and that friend had a conversation with each other, right?
Yeah.
Because it's awkward. I don't want any tension. I mean, if you're going to continue to be friends with this guy,
I agree with that. Yeah.
I don't want there to be like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I agree
weird.
with that.
That's
yeah.
weird.
But I do think it's up, you know, to the man. Yeah. But anyways.
Okay, I know you have seen this on TikTok. It's going crazy viral right now, where people are telling their significant others, their best friends, whoever, even themselves, about things that we listen to but we don't judge.
Yes, but first of all, I'm judging a whole lot of you because what in the
I'm
world?
Like, since when are we not judging? 'Cause some of the things y'all are saying are crazy. So we have a few we listen and we don't judge. What do you call those? We listen and we don't judge things, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Things that we are going to share about ourselves with each other. And then I collected a few that I was seeing that I thought were a little bit crazy that we're going to say if, you know, we're judging some of these other people or not. So go ahead with.
No, you go first.
No, you
go. Why you want me to go?
Should we go back and forth?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so we listen and we don't judge. So I don't even know what age that I was, but I know it was middle school. I believe it was 6th or 7th grade. Okay. My mom did not allow me to wear certain underwear. So I got one that I already had and I cut it into what I wanted it to be. Okay, because I was not about to have an underwear line.
Homemade garments.
I was not going to be the girl with the underwear line, okay? Because that was like a huge thing in middle school, okay? So I cut it into one, and then...
That's so real.
For whatever reason, I threw it away. I don't know why I threw it away. But I don't know.
I know why you threw it away.
Yeah, maybe because it was janky. But she changed my trash and I got caught. And I got in trouble for sure. But I was not about to have an underwear line.
Wait, did she like bring it out of the trash? Like, Alyssa, what?
I think so. Yes. Yes. And I'm like, well, Mom, like, I don't want to have an underwear line. And then she took me to buy the no-shows. And I'm like, no, Mom.
They still show.
Anyways, you're next.
Oh my God. No, wait, that one was really good, you guys. I spent so much time trying to think of good ones to share with you guys, but
my others are probably boring.
They're really hard. They're really hard to think of. Like, see, I don't even have a story time. We listen and we don't judge.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a story.
As of today, I don't know when the last time I washed my makeup brushes are.
Oh my.
I have no idea.
Wait, that was my second one.
Stop,
no.
really?
My second we listen, we don't judge, is I don't wash them, I just buy new ones.
Oh, yeah, but that's not as bad because at least you're still using something new, right? I'm like, no, I don't know.
You just let it. Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, by the time you like start to do your makeup and you're like, oh shit, I should probably wash my brushes. You're like, well, I can't now. They're going to be wet. Like, I have to keep going. And the puff thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wet it every time I use it.
Yeah, no, I do too. But see, okay, that's the thing. The reason why I buy new ones is because I use the blenders, right, for my main stuff.
Yes.
And those are like not that expensive to replace.
No, I buy new ones of that. Yeah. I don't buy new brushes.
Neither do I. Well, my brushes.
I don't really use brushes.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I use a blush brush. I
use a blush brush and I use it for powdered bronzer, but that's it. Me too. Yeah.
And I'm not washing those. I mean, I will.
See, but the ones I get are like $3.99 from TJ Maxx. So if I need a new one, I'll just take it out the pack. But I don't know.
Okay, what's your next one?
No, that was my next one.
Oh, that was your next one? Okay. We listen and we don't judge. This one's a little bit of a story time that I thought was kind of funny. So I made my grandpa get up at like 3 a.m. So side note, I used to go to my grandparents' house every other weekend. And one of the times it was me and my cousin, and I made my grandpa get up at like 3 a.m. with his gun to walk around the whole house, because my cousin was like freaking out about a noise that she kept hearing outside. And the whole time it was just me making the noise.
What? Wait, you made him get up, but you were making the noise?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm like, I had to commit to the bit at that point that she was like, oh my God, like I'm so scared. This is what happened. We were sleeping. We all, were little enough to sleep in the same bed as my grandma at the time.
Okay.
And I kept making this noise. She had like one of those headboards, like that has like, I don't know how to explain it. Like it looks like drawers, but they're fake ones. Like it's actually just a thing that like moves side to side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think of like a bookshelf, right? You know how like, you know, you have to put the books into the shelf. So it's like that, but say there was a cover on it, instead of doing like an open flap, it goes like side to side. So I kept like, if I just like pulled on it, and honestly, I didn't even do it to scare her at first. Like I was just kind of like doing it, and then like she got scared. And I realized that she was getting really scared. So I'm like, oh my God, like I'm gonna play this little prank on her, right? So I kept doing it. And then it was the point she got so scared that she woke up my grandma. I didn't think she was going to do that. At that point, I'm like, okay, we're at a point of no return. Now my grandma's awake. Now my grandma's starting to get up, like get scared. And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to really act like it's something. My grandma goes to get my grandpa. He grabs the gun. I'm like, oh shit. Now I really have to be like, oh my God, I'm scared too.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the whole time it was me.
I needed the context, but that was funny. That was a good one.
Oh my God, I can't. We don't judge.
No, yeah, we don't judge. Okay. My last one of We Listen and We Don't Judge is I will make 1 billion accounts if I have to find something. I don't care. I will make.
That is on my list. No, it's not. I'm like, I have a secret page. Whoa. Who doesn't though? Be so for real.
No, yeah. I'll make a new one if that one gets blocked too.
No.
So.
No, see, I've only ever had one. I've never gotten caught in that one.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
it took time on it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
We listen and we don't judge. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have one that I have to share with you because I need to know if you guys know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So we listen and we don't judge. In middle school, there was this girl in my PE class.
Okay.
And there was this one time where it was like rainy outside or whatever, so we ended up like staying inside the gym and not playing like the sport that we were supposed to play at the time. Right? And she's like, it's me, her, and this other girl. And she's like, oh my God, like, I'm bored. Like, let's play a game. And I'm like, okay. She pulls out a piece of paper and she like starts ripping it and, you know, whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't know this game.
Yeah.
And she goes, I can read your mind. And I'm like, what? She's like, seriously? She made it so for real, you guys. She was like, don't tell anyone, like only me and my mom have this superpower, but she doesn't even allow me to tell anybody about it. It's like a super serious situation, like she got it from my grandma, blah blah blah, right? I'm like, oh dang, like serious. Cool, like this is really cool. She's like, I'm gonna prove it to you, right? So she tells me, I forget, like to think of a freaking favorite singer, favorite color, favorite animal or something like that, right? And I'm thinking of it each time she tells me to do something. She writes it down on a piece of paper and she crumples it into a ball and she puts it to the side, right? So I'm just watching her, right? So finally when she's done, she gives me the pieces of paper. Mind you, there was no slick trick, or so I thought, for her to do, right? Like she never moved the things. Like I opened up the freaking papers and all of them had my answers. Okay. I was mind blown. I never said them out loud. She was like, literally just think of it. She sat there and was like she did the other friend first. And then when she did me, she was like, ooh, like you're kind of hard to read. And I was like, oh my God, like why? I'm like mental block, right? No, I read the papers and they were all my answers. The girl, she did the other girl, all the answers, bro. I was like, oh my God, I was blown away by this girl. I went years, okay? I didn't even know her anymore. That was the only grade I knew her. I went around for years telling people like, oh my God, there was this girl in my middle school PE class and she like really read minds. I don't know how she did it. It wasn't up until recently. I was on TikTok. And I seen somebody do the exact same thing and it was a trick the whole time. It was something like they make you believe that as they're writing it down, basically as they're writing it down, they are writing it as you're saying it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'll have to show you. But
you don't say it, right?
No, you don't. Or you say it at the end, I think, or something like that. But moral of the story is homegirl was not able to read minds and it was a trick the whole time. See, and this is why I wanted to share this one with you guys, because I'm like, once I saw that on TikTok, I was mind blown because it had a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and I was like, wait, this is like a popular thing. I've never heard somebody talk about this before. So if she's done this on you guys, let me know in the comments, because I really thought she had a superpower that whole time.
I've never dealt with
I felt so stupid, and I'm not saying this was a realization like at like 15. I just realized this about a year ago, maybe. About a year ago.
I've never seen that or heard that.
Bro, I was mind blown, seriously.
That is crazy.
I know.
That even happened.
Crazy. Okay. So now I am going to share some of the crazy ones that I've been seeing on TikTok.
Okay.
And we're going to let you guys know, and we want you guys to let us know, are we judging or are we not? Okay. First one is, we listen and we don't judge. I dipped my boyfriend's toothbrush in the toilet
Bro.
after getting in a fight with him.
Bro, you should break up.
You are a sick individual. I'm judging. If I found out my boyfriend did that to me, I would never... The toilet? That is crazy work.
That is insanity.
First of all, what was the fight? What was the fight? Because it better have been a fight where you don't plan to get back with him, because dipping it in the toilet is crazy.
No, that is crazy.
I'm judging.
Me too. No, I have one, but I remember it. I just watched it. Actually, I watched it twice. Remember, I got it right. It was the boyfriend of the couple, right? And he said, we listen, we don't judge. He said, sometimes when I go to the bathroom, like number 2, he calls her for toilet paper just so she can smell. Bro, I was like, that is so disgusting that it's not even funny.
I almost don't even want to comment. I wish my boyfriend could be sitting in the seat right now to comment for me, because I already know he knows that if he did that, I would be so pissed off. It's not even, I hate that smell. There's nothing worse than the smell of that. So to purposely do it, I'm judging. No, I need you to hear this next one.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. When I'm on my period and I run out of tampons or pads, I just either free bleed in a pair of... The facial expressions are killing me. I either free bleed in a pair of boxers, or I just use wads of toilet paper until my period is done.
That is disgusting. Are we okay?
Free bleed?
No, I'm judging.
What do you mean you free bleed? How do you sit there?
That is so disgusting. How do you not get, like, you're wet?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you just have a specific spot in the house that you're like, I'm free bleeding, I'm sitting
have
here?
The greatest smell. Like, it's a period for a reason. It's blood.
And let's not act like, I mean, I guess everybody's different, but I feel like most of us, there at least has to be one point in your period where it's like, not just like an eensy teensy amount, like you're feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's rushing down.
That is not
judging. I'm judging
for sure.
And also the toilet paper thing, at first I was like, oh, okay, like, you know, you don't have tampons,
to make,
you don't have pads,
if you're like in public and you're like, oh my god,
right,
we've all been there. I feel
like, oh shoot, I don't have any at home, let me do this, but I'm running to the store.
No, yes.
Till your period ends,
bro. I know you're
psychotic. First of all, toilet paper is expensive. Okay, in the last episode, remember we talked a little bit about Wicked?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I still haven't seen.
I know. I'm
nobody, like, who's gonna? Everyone's seen it.
At this point, you're waiting like till it comes out.
Yeah.
We talked about Wicked a little bit last time. How great of a movie it was. How you need to see it. How great it did. But what I want to talk about now is when Wicked dropped, or even when the trailer dropped before the actual movie was out, something that was a constant topic of conversation was Ariana Grande and how she looked, and everybody was making these comments about how they think she's sick and hope she's okay because she was looking, very skinny is what they were saying. Just a lot of comments were made about her appearance. And so recently she did an interview about Wicked, but this specific interviewer actually asked her how she felt and how does she deal with, having to constantly have her appearance picked at. And something that she said really stuck out to me. So she said that in today's society, there's a level of comfortability that we shouldn't have. And she talks about basically how dangerous it is, right? And a comparison that she made was like when you go to see your family on Thanksgiving and, you have that family member that's like, oh my gosh, like you look really skinny, like you're so skinny. Or the opposite, right? Like, oh, like, you really gained some weight.
Right.
I think that is so important. Like, I love that she said that because I totally agree with that. Like, in today's society, there really is a level of comfortability where I say this all the time. When I see people say things, I hear people say things, and I'm just like, these are things that even if you think it, how can you say these things to people's faces? It's so crazy to me.
I think one, people don't have common sense, and I think two, people are miserable within themselves, so they want other people to like drag them down with them. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's so sad.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing too, like that comparison she made with, you know, Thanksgiving. It's like you see family members and they think because they're your family member, oh, you know, I can say this, right? Like I'm their family member. They're not going to, I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't realize when they say something to somebody that they think from them is just a comment, like, oh, you look so skinny. That person could, right? I mean, I guess it depends on the person, but that person might remember you saying that comment forever, right? Yeah. They're going to change the way, you know, maybe that they dress, the way that they eat, all of the things that happen in their life. And to that person, it's just a comment.
Right.
And you've just changed the whole way that somebody lives. I think it's so sad that, you know, somebody like her had to deal with that for so long with, I can't imagine, you know, somebody like her with how much fame she has and how accessible she is to society. And another thing too, a lot of people are saying we obviously didn't learn with, I think, Chadwick Boseman, you know, that ended up dying. A lot of comments, that's who played Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of comments prior to him dying were made like, oh, he looks this, there's something wrong with him.
The whole time he was battling cancer.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
So,
and he, like, we would have never known.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. No, exactly. Like, you really never know what somebody's going through, and I think people need to be more careful with their words.
I think people need to have respect and like never judge a book by its cover. I think people judging, really, I don't know what's wrong with people, but people will say anything. A good example of that is one time when my mom was still here, because she passed away, but when my mom was still here, we had parked in handicap one time, and mind you, my mom was one that never wanted to use handicap. No matter how bad her sickness got, how immobile she got, she never wanted that, because she was just so independent and so like too proud. And there's some people that run to that get it even though they're not. But sure. You know, she eventually got it, and we parked in handicap one day at the grocery store, and we get out, and this older lady who's probably still alive, basically started yelling at my mom and us, and was like, you don't need to be parking there. And I got so angry.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, my mom has a terminal illness, which I'm sure that lady's still alive, and my mom's not here.
Right.
And you're sitting here judging for how, you know what I'm saying?
Like, how quick.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, how quick that people jump to conclusions. And like, that's my biggest thing, is like, even that lady in that situation, if she had those feelings, those thoughts, you have them, but what gives you the right to think you can say that to somebody?
What do you know about the next person? You don't. You can't speak on it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like people like that. People really need to look in the mirror and just like, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, watch what you say.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so careful with what I say, even if it's something that I think, you know, that person should take as a compliment.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Very sad for her.
No, yeah, that is sad. Hopefully she's fine though.
I know. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about today, which might be the most important, is, did you see what was announced today?
No. The
TikTok ban.
Shut up.
So today, appeals court upholds nationwide TikTok ban or sale law. So 9 months ago, you know, I think it's called ByteDance, right? ByteDance or something.
Is that the company?
I believe so. That owns, you know, the Chinese company that owns TikTok, was told that they need to either sell it to somebody within the U.S. to be able to still make it accessible for American users, or that it would be banned on January 19th. And today it was announced that they're moving forward with that. So unless Trump goes, when he gets into office,
I hope he does. When does he get into office? What's the date?
I think
is it January 4th, right? Or something? It's not the 1st, right?
And it's funny too, because the appeals court said that in order to protect our freedom of speech, we need to get rid of the app. But getting rid of the app that helps us all communicate with each other is not violating our freedom of speech.
Wait, they said in order to protect our speech? What do you mean? Like, I'm confused.
That's what they said.
Who? The United States?
We're all confused because that shit doesn't make sense.
No, there's people till this day. I think I don't know if I ever told you. One of my cousins, I don't even speak to her anymore, but she was like, I will never download TikTok because China will get your information. And I'm like,
that
what?
Is so dumb. Seriously, you guys. If you believe that, I'm sorry. That's so dumb. Like, you realize everything that you do. The fact that you have a phone, period. You're releasing your own information.
He gets in office Monday, January 20th.
Oh, shit.
2020, we're screwed. But the 19th is a Sunday. Court is on Sunday.
I don't know. But it's gonna be banned. And I'm like, it's crazy too because there's literally real issues out there, right? Rising cost of living.
No, literally, and they're worried about TikTok.
app.
I cannot stand the United States. I promise you, I can't. And if I knew enough, I would move out of the country. Right?
No, I know.
I swear. If I hope
well, before January 19th.
No, I hope one day we know enough and we can decide on a country we all want to live in. Because I don't want to live here. I don't.
Another thing that's crazy too is like they're so worried about the US. TikTok, so in 2023, TikTok generated $14.7 billion in revenue from small and medium-sized business in the United States alone. So I'm like, wouldn't banning TikTok be taking a huge portion of revenue away from the US that I don't think we can even afford to lose?
Well, also, can't the people sue because that's their jobs that they're taking, because that's how some people make a living?
I don't know. I feel like maybe it's because, I mean, there's other ways that they can utilize other platforms to be able to continue their business, but TikTok is just the one that's like the most booming for
right
them.
If TikTok is their primary job though, and the government's taking it away against, like, I don't know, that's insane to me.
The other thing that's scary too is ByteDance has said multiple times they have zero plans in selling TikTok to the US, and I don't blame them.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm like, follow our other socials.
I know. Instagram, YouTube, Shorts, Reels. I don't know. Oh, gosh, that's
very
sad.
Scary.
TikTok is what I mainly post on too. So yeah. I don't know.
Like that would be crazy. I mean, not to have access to any of your. I mean, that's I don't know.
I don't know. I hope
we're crossing our fingers for TikTok.
We'll see. Hopefully, it's not that long.
I know.
We'll see.
That's gonna fly by.
I know. It already did. Remember when we talked about it in the car? We were like, 9 months, and here we are. Okay.
Scary. Very scary.
Okay. Well, that concludes our episode 2. We hope you guys enjoy. That was a fun one. We had a lot of laughs.
Don't forget to leave your guys' we listen and don't judge down below in the comments, and also don't forget to follow us on all of our socials, linked down below. If you guys have any suggestions, comments, questions, dilemmas, tea, whatever the case may be, don't forget to either, again, comment down below or send us an email.
Yes, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we love you guys. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.